It's joke, no joke, no joke. You know what it is. Keep on hating. You know what it is. Choke no joke, you already know. We in the building, Choke No Joke Live. Truth be told, all day, every day, even on a holiday. You know how we do, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, weekdays. Shout out to everybody on the West Coast. 4 p.m. for y'all. Midnight for everybody over in Great Britain. Choke No Joke Live. You know how we do. Each and every weekday, 7 p.m. You know what I mean? Choke No Joke, I'm in, man. Shout out to my moderator, Hit Squad, my fellow Americans. Salute. All right. Dipset Forever, CC Crippin, Talisa Renee. You know what it is. Aries 80s, baby. What up? All right. Shout out to my favorites. You know, my girl Ramona, my man Paul, those who always support. My man Kev, you know what it is. Choke No Joke, we in the building. All right. Shout out to each and everybody out there. Shout out to Brandy and Monica. I seen y'all kill it over in St. Lucia. All right. Choke No Joke, I'm here, man. So, I'm here because your boy, Mr. Culture Vulture himself, Vlad, has proven to us all now that he is the culture vulture that we say he is, right? Now, him and Boosie falls out, right? After he allowed Boosie, when Boosie was his boy or his friend or however he wanted to characterize it as, right? When Boosie was his guy, he stopped dealing with Charleston White because Charleston White was going at Boosie, he was going at T.I. Charleston White goes at each and everybody he feels he wants to go at, and to each his own, right? You know, I ain't gonna act like I haven't discussed people in current events, right? I even discussed Charleston White at times, right? If he's been in the news. But anyway, I'm not calling around to my peoples like the Beehives or anybody that I'm cool with and saying, yo, don't interview people that I'm not cool with or I got a problem with. I don't do that. I don't blackball people, right? But Vlad proved to y'all that he is the culture vulture that he is. How? Now that him and Boosie fell out, what does he do? He brings Charleston White back. Now, Charleston White wasn't good on Vlad TV because, you know, Boosie's my friend and he's sitting there repping for Boosie, how he ain't dealing with Charleston White because Boosie's his boy and da-da-da-da-da, and he ain't going against the grain, this, that. As soon as him and Boosie fell out, what happened? He ran right back to Charleston White to go to show Boosie that you ain't nothing but a Negro to him. Just like Charleston White ain't nothing but a Negro to him, right? Whatever you Negroes want to take the check and take the money to get there to help him make the money, he don't care. So Boosie, if you told him don't deal with Charleston White, when the going was good with you, he ain't deal with Charleston White. Now, if Charleston White tells him, yo, Vlad, I don't like the guy, Choke No Joke, don't bring him up here. Vlad ain't gonna bring me up there. You know, same way Jay-Z did me with the Breakfast Club and other platforms like the Joe Buttons and them. They don't call me, knowing that I'm reputable, knowing that I'm a legend in the game, knowing that I got more stories than anybody, knowing that I got more content than anybody. But you won't find the Charlemagnes and the Joe Buttons and those people that got to play the game or Nori's. I'm going to take Nori out of that because Nori did invite me several times to Drink Champs. Nori even made a diss record about me not coming to Drink Champs. So I'm going to take Nori out of that. But those people who Jay-Z could ring their phone, oh, they ain't going to have me on. You know what I'm saying? I'm still waiting for the Shannon Sharps, and the Cam Capones. Not Cam Capones, Cam Newton's. Shout out to Cam Capone. That's my guy. Shout out to Art of Dialogue. You know, shout out to Beehive. You know, all the real ones that don't get mentioned amongst these fake ass Complex and everybody else that don't mention us, knowing that we the real leaders of the pack, and these other guys are felonious, bot having, boule having, podcasters that only get mentioned in these circles that we don't get mentioned because we independent and we ain't over here letting people play with our jaws and back pockets, right? But getting back to Mr. Culture Vulture, all right? Even Vlad knows that I know his history more than most people in this industry because I was there throughout his whole thing, right? Outside of him being a fake ass DJ, but when he came to New York and he was at his little cubicle area or his little office area in Steve Rifkin office, I seen him before he went over to Fifth Avenue or Madison Avenue and was working out the WeWork office all the way up to where he is today, right? So when he was just a website, but that's all. And he's another one that don't deal with me because of politics, along with everybody else that's in the Boule or the Illuminati or whatever the hell y'all want to call them, right? So to see Vlad go immediately to do a show with Charleston White right after the fallout with Boosie, who he said ego was out of control, right? I don't know if he was talking about him or Aries Spears, right? But either way, right? But he did make it known publicly that he did blackball Charleston White on the behalf of Boosie, right? And now he's over here doing interviews with, let Charleston White interview him, as well as him now interviewing Charleston White. And it just shows you that Vlad has no integrity. Like, he only messed with black people because, allegedly, he only messed with black people because it's about money. You know what I'm saying? It's about him being relevant in this space. Because if Boosie was a friend outside of the business, this wouldn't even be happening, right? And then when you look at Aries Spears' situation, Vlad got so comfortable with Aries Spears that he called Aries Spears the P word, a coochie, with the P-U-S-S-Y, hard P, calls him the whole word. Man, Aries is a P word. I'm like, whoa. Yeah, he out here trying to nickel and dime me. Nickel and dime me, and he's a coochie? Like Aries Spears. I know you not letting that ride. I know you ain't letting that ride. And then he out here talking crazy about your career, but he was just your friend. He was just a regular on this show. But now he's showing you how he really felt about you, Mr. So-called friend. How he really felt about your career. This is why you people in the culture have to recognize that these culture vultures use us to get amongst us to make money. But at the end of the day, we are just niggas to them. They just know not to call us niggas to our face. But their actions, like Vlad's actions, speak louder than words. So Vlad uses Charleston White to come on to replace Boosie, and Tekashi to come on to talk about the Aries, the Boosies, the Lord Jamals, the Godfreys, someone outside of black or African American culture to sit up there and talk about the culture, and then he brings someone of the culture to talk about their own people, and it's just crazy, bro. And y'all don't see it. It's like Vlad is like, he like Suge Knight at the MGM. You know what I'm saying? Acting like he breaking up the fight, but kicking niggas in the head, kicking Orlando in the head. Break it up! Break it up, y'all, break it up! You know what I'm saying? That's Vlad. You know what I'm saying? Suge Knight at the MGM with Orlando, but he acting like he trying to help the culture, but he kicking niggas in the head at the same time. Nah, you know, so-and-so's my friend, and so-and-so's my friend, and you know, I've been in their house, and they've been, you know, we've done things, and I spend money with them, and I support their shows. And then he kick them in the head. Ka, ka. And that's just a figure of speech. When I say he kicking people in the head like Suge Knight, kicking Orlando, trying to break it up. Break it up. Name a person that he hasn't talked about bad after a disagreement or a fallout, whether it's for business or whatever. Whether it's Dame Dash, Lord Jamal, Godfrey, my son, Boosie, Aries Spears, Marlon Wayans. And he'll bring somebody else black up there. Myself, he tried it with Oskino with me. Like Vlad, like he talked about Suge Knight to other people. He stayed talking about Suge. Like he bring our own people up on his platform and try to get them to kick us in the head. And he gonna kick us in the head too, but then act like he breaking it up. But you know, I ain't got no problem with it. But, oh, and then he gets with Adam, and they do their white power show and talk about the niggas, right? And judge us and judge our culture. And like they know our culture more than us. Like, cause they interviewed all these black people that they could smell the grease that our mothers used on our sisters when they was braiding their hair. They could smell a hot comb in our homes from interviewing all these people. They know how to make baked macaroni and cheese and candy yams and spice honey baked ham, right? From doing interviews from all these people. Yeah, they know the black experience way better. They know food stamps and government cheese and peanut butter in the can from interviewing all these people. They know what that tasted like, right? They know what that experience felt like going to the corner store with the block of cheese and paying the dude a few dollars to slice the whole thing down for you. Like from interviewing all these people, they know that experience. Yeah, right. But let them tell it. They went to the hood and interviewed a few niggas, and now they know black culture. And your Aries Spears, I hope you get this message, because this dude called you a PUSS, you know the rest. You see how comfortable you made him, Aries Spears? Boosie, right? And the rest of my brothers out there. You see how comfortable y'all got this dude? Aries Spears, he called you a P, a coochie. I mean, that is straight disrespectful. It is nothing else other disrespect than him telling you to suck his wee-wee. That's the only thing that comes before calling you a P word is suck your wee-wee, right? And I hope, Vlad, that you don't hide behind your security when you see Aries Spears out in the public somewhere after you called him the P word. I hope you keep that same energy and do not run behind your security. This nigga said, man, Boosie got mad at me and said I was cheap and hung up. And I thought that was foul. How is that foul, Vlad? when you said that Boosie was your friend. Now you tiptoeing around that word friend when it come to Boosie. Or we had a relationship, you know, we cool, but you still talking about, oh, yeah, he just went and did his Patreon and he failed. But y'all gonna keep going up to Vlad. Y'all gonna keep setting yourselves up to incriminate yourself. Y'all gonna keep going up there, letting him interrogate y'all for y'all don't know who he's doing it for, because he didn't grow up in your neighborhood. So how he know to ask you some of these questions? And some of you dumb niggas who think that none of those questions come from law enforcement gonna learn the hard way. Like those who are already sitting in jail right now. And those who have court cases, and those like Little Dirk who get to sit there and watch Vlad call all his ops up there and interview them to get information just so the prosecutors can have more information to prosecute people like Dirk. Lil Boosie, no, he just went through it. But it is what it is. Choke no joke. Please subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it. Shout out to all the new subscribers. You know, I shouted out some of y'all yesterday. I'll shout out y'all some on the next one. But it is what it is, man. I'll holler back in a few. Choke no joke. You already know, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the weekdays. I'm right here, man. All right? Hit that button, and then I drop videos throughout the day. But the new joints, 7 p.m. Eastern. All right? You'll know when they new. Because all you got to do is be subscribed. You'll know what you seen and what you didn't see. Choke no joke. I'm going, man. I'll holler back. Peace out. Eden Wall, what up? Yeah. Hampton, VA, what up? Newport News, what up? All right. Dallas, Texas, what up? All right.